He's not been in my son's life since he was 6 months old. My son's almost 5. He's barely making it as it is. Like, literally, paycheck to paycheck.
Child support payments. The one receiving the payment will not be able to declare the kids on the taxes.
But it does more to help fathers or child support payers, which are predominantly fathers, than any other federal act has done in years.
Or $11 a month in child support and then claim taxes on the kid instead of the mom?
If you are the parent receiving the money, you have to claim the money on your taxes. You shouldn't get it tax-free off somebody else's back.
Welcome back to Motor Life. Before I get into this video, like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. All right, guys, let's get right into this. Now, you already know what happened. Ever since the inauguration, things been kicking off already. Let's get into it.
Hey, yo, Trump is trying to pass a new law where fathers or the parent who's paying the child support will be the one who can declare the child on their taxes. This means any single fathers, single mothers who are getting child support payments, the one receiving the payments, will not be able to declare the kids on the taxes. The ones who are receiving the payments, who are paying the payments, can declare the kids on their taxes. Now, I know a lot of single mothers who do a lot of work, but at this point, do you think it'd be more fair if both parents can just split it as far as the taxes are concerned? Or should fathers be able to claim the kids on the taxes? That's exactly why I have a comment section, and I'd like to hear from you.
Use a thunderstorm. But yeah, it's the way it is fine. I'll explain. I don't think he realizes that the ladies that are working and paying for things for the kids, like say some woman, they work, they provide, even though the father may chip in as well, still he's under the mother's health care. He's under the mother's, everything the mother has with her job, right? So all the benefits she can get for the kids, he gets, but you pay for them. In that case, I think it should be split. There's a lot, and he doesn't realize it. White mostly, that are receiving this money, and they're getting away scot-free for doing nothing. That's what's happening. Trump is taking away the reward for mothers doing nothing. Yes, in that case, the man should win. It's only right.
Trump just tweeted, if you put your baby daddy on child support, that the baby daddy now gets all of the income tax. What?
It's about damn time. It's about damn time.
The child support system in our country needs reform, and it is only day one in office, and Donald Trump has signed an executive order called the Child Support Reform Act, in which he is making changes at a federal level to the child support system. Is this executive order perfect? No. Does it solve everything? No. But it does more to help fathers or child support payers, which are predominantly fathers, than any other federal act has done in years. Part one is income-based adjustment, so that child support is more closely aligned with an individual income. So those individuals that are low-income payers will suffer less of the financial burden. Part two will cap arrears. So those that fall behind on child support, there'll be a cap on the amount of interest that can be applied to keep them from going into insurmountable debt. Part three is compliance incentives. So those individuals that consistently meet their child support demands, they'll be able to apply for tax relief and benefits. The three previous parts of the executive order benefited the child support payers, so in a lot of cases the fathers, but the fourth and final part benefits the acceptor or the receiver of the child support, and it is streamlined in enforcement so that it'll make it easier for those receiving child support to collect it through an automated system. In addition to this executive order, Trump is now making it so that the individual that is paying the child support is the individual that gets to claim the child on their taxes, meaning that whoever pays gets the child tax credit, which is how it should have always been. If you're paying a lot of money to the other person, why should you not reap the child tax benefits when they don't have to pay taxes on that child support? This is just a start. Because when's the last time you saw conversations happening at a federal level regarding the child support system or the child custody system? I can't remember a time it's ever happened.
Finally.
But this means that now there's a stage. Now there's a place that we can go and get rid of the corruption in the family court, that we can start addressing the problems within the child support system. It starts small for it to get big. And we've got a starting point now. This is a good future for a lot of dads out there. And some moms that are also assessed with paying child support.
You know, I'll tell you guys what's happened. Who it's going to affect mostly. You have a lot of people on Section 8. Of course, they're going to be affected. But also, what a lot of people don't realize, there are a lot of ladies who are recently divorced, who receive the child support and they receive the tax money. This is going to stop them as well. Which is, I think that's who he was aiming for, right? I think he was aiming to stop them in their tracks. I got to tell you this, because also what he's going to be doing is stopping no-fault divorce. A lot of people may have forgot about that. I did a reaction video to that probably, I'd say, about 2 weeks ago, where he's actually going to ban no-fault divorce. So that's going to stop certain ladies from even getting the child support in the first place. Why? Because a lot of it, it's nonsense. When you don't have to, when you can get divorced without fault, what do you think is happening? What do you think, how do you think that looks, that feels in the eyes of not just men, women as well, right? There are conservative women out there that don't like what's happening in the country. But you just get divorced and just guys saying, I want to be a girl now. It was crazy. That's what the country was turning into. And it's going to put a stop to that. But also, what was happening, but him putting a stop to that, you're going to have certain people who's going to cry wolf. Oh, nothing happened. Not one person put a hand on anyone. I'm going to be abused. My only concern is when they start going after worship and saying we have to worship and all go back to church on this day. That's when it's going to be injustice. But other than that, I say it's fine.
Trump passes insane new child support law. Patriots, if you don't know about this, Trump passed a new law that whoever is paying the child support will get to declare those children on their taxes, okay? So say you're a single father, single mother, and you are not the one paying the child support. You will not get the tax return for your child. How do you guys feel about that? This is all allegedly, I guess. We got to see till everything goes through. But this is the talk on the town that Trump is talking about making. And you know what this means, guys. Single mothers, I'm talking to you out there. This one is going to be directed at you. Okay? Most single mothers, we know women run the world. Women are running it. Especially single moms. Shout out to all my single moms. They work so hard. They're working 2 jobs. They're taking their kids to the soccer practices. They're buying the clothes. They're keeping their kids happy, keeping Christmas on the table. Even though there's a lot of selfish husbands out there who are not paying child support, barely paying child support, or, okay, they are paying child support, but now they get to file your kids on their tax return because of that. Is that fair to you guys? I don't think so. Let me know in the comments. Secret Service Sam out. Samson for president of TikTok.
So Donald Trump announced that if fathers are paying child support, moms can't claim the kids on their tax returns, and fathers get to claim and get the tax credit for having the child. I'm torn on this one. You guys are gonna have to help me out in the comments. In just a second, I'll walk over to the comments and help me out. I'm torn with this one because I think in a certain way, it kind of helps. It moves bringing families together one step closer, moves us a little bit closer to that, right? But on the other hand, I'm saying moms have the kid, right? They've got custody of the kid. The father is paying his $600-700 or whatever. Maybe he's not physically there. Maybe he is. Maybe he's not. I don't know. But part of me says moms deserve that money. Moms deserve that credit. Moms are the ones getting kids up, taking them to school. Moms are the ones buying the backpacks. Moms are the ones there kissing knees and praying over, different things. So I'm torn on this one. Y'all help me out. I'm walking over to the comments. Let's go to the comments. Tell me what you think. All right.
Yeah. So I think what the problem is this is what Trump is failing at, and I've noticed it in the last time he was president, and every time he talks on a television station, he doesn't fully explain. Like I'll explain how he doesn't fully explain. Like me, when I do a video, you can get more of what I'm talking about. You can understand more of what I'm talking about than what Trump is talking about. Why? Because all you'll see is a quick statement that doesn't reveal any of the action steps he's going to take. He needs to give a clear action step plan. And what I mean by that, not just the action steps, because he said he's going to do it. I think he's going to do it. But exactly what's going to take place. Exactly who does he get the money? Because like I said, and I'm wrong for doing this, I assume, because it's easy to make an assumption, and I could be making that out of myself right now. You know what I'm saying? Give us the steps. Give us exactly what moms are going to have to cough up the money, and explain that. Because that's what I'm doing. I'm assuming it's going to be degenerate moms, not all moms, because that's common sense. I'm using my common sense to assume, but I may not be right. He can be taking it from every single mom out there. So I would like to know that, and then we can be more clear and say he's taking it from all moms or he's taking it from degenerate moms. We can make a better assumption.
So who gets to claim the child on the taxes? Let's talk about it, because I've been getting tagged in all of the videos discussing this alleged proposal that Trump tweeted that basically said if you're the parent that is paying child support, that you will by default get to claim the child on the taxes every single year. And so let's preface this video by saying it is merely a tweet, it is merely a proposal, it is merely something that Trump may be seeking to introduce as he assumes the presidency. In other words, it is not current law. So let's talk about what is law. Right now, federal law says that the custodial parent that has the child, the majority of the time throughout the year, is the parent that gets to claim the child on the taxes every single year. What does that mean here in Texas if you have a court order that says you and your co-parent are going to take turns claiming the child on your taxes? So maybe y'all are going to alternate years. If he decides to claim the child on a year that is technically your year, it's not like the IRS is going to go reading your divorce decree and saying, you know what, you're right. Like, it was actually mom's year, but dad claimed. And so if anything, it's the IRS, right? You may have a contractual claim against him in civil court, but federal law is federal law, and federal law says that right now the primary parent gets to claim the child every single year. In other words, you know that I represent a lot of moms, and so it's not uncommon to see the mom be the primary parent, and sometimes they'll say, well, I want to claim the child every single year, and I'm like, yeah, we're going to stay silent as to that issue because federal law is already in your favor. Absent an agreement in your order, absent any other language in your order that says otherwise, primary parent gets to claim the child on their taxes every single year as of right now. That's not to say that Trump wouldn't be actually seeking to introduce this new proposal that says the parent paying child support would be the one to claim every single year. And so if this law actually does take into effect, consult with a lawyer near you, because there's a chance that even if it did take into effect, it would not supersede the contractual agreement that you have in your court order that says y'all are going to alternate years. If your order is silent as to, who gets to claim the child on your taxes, then it could affect you. So always consult with an attorney. This is not legal advice. I just wanted to clear the air and say that this is not new law that has taken into effect. So everybody stop freaking out. I will post updates as the story develops.
This is not new law, but the way he's saying it and what he's saying, and it's that simple as passing into law, nothing you can do. No lawyer you can hire. If the law says what Trump said, that's it. The man gets the money. The man gets to claim the money every year. Nothing a lawyer can do, anyone can do. Why? Because then they will be breaking the law. And he'd be disbarred and all kinds of nonsense. But yeah, she's right. As of right now, It's not in law yet. Something Trump wants to introduce. And I think it's a great thing. A lot of guys are happy, but we don't know what the action steps are yet.
So did you see what Trump tweeted about changing the child support law, about paying the taxes?
I did, but you know what I really think he should do? Just like every person that works their entire life and they retire on Social Security and has to pay taxes on their Social Security or 401k, and every parent in America that has a child, they have to go to work to make money and pay taxes on that money to spend on their kids. I think a good change in the child support law would be that if you are the parent receiving the money, you have to claim the money on your taxes. You're already receiving it for free. You shouldn't get it tax-free off somebody else's back. That's the American dream, but it's not the American dream.
So off that $1,400 a month that you paid for 50/50, she received it and you paid the taxes?
Yes, for many, many years.
And that is the law.
And that is the law.
And it needs to be changed.
Absolutely.
Let's see what happens.
I agree.
Wow. So he brought something new to the table, which I think it should be given some merit. Like, that should be thought about. He's stating truth.
Alright, y'all, so I figured I'd make a video because I see some people online crashing out about a rumor that Donald Trump has said that if you pay child support, you get to claim the child on your taxes. So I haven't seen that. I'm not sure where that rumor is coming from, but let me let you know what the current tax law is. So the current tax law is, in order for you to claim a child, that child needs to live with you for at least 6 months out of the year. So that means it could be 6 months and a day. But as long as that child resides with you for at least 6 months, you can claim them. The other factor that has to be true is that you have to provide at least 50% of that child's financial support. So that includes expenses like medical expenses, education, their shelter, their food, their clothing, things of that nature. So if your child support payments are not covering half of everything that it costs to care for your child, I don't think that this is something you should worry about right now, because these are the current tax laws as of January 18th, 2025.
So there's a lot of things going on TikTok about, the whole child support, the parent that pays child support gets to put the children on their taxes. It's a law that Trump wants to pass. But I also learned that, obviously he's not in office yet, so he hasn't been able to pass it or hasn't gone to Congress. Anywho, here's my thing. I wouldn't have any problem with that if there was, a co-existing parent that actually was a parent, that did, all that good jazz. If you have that, great for you. That is not my situation. So here's my thing, guys. Back in 2022, things ended. I'm not going to go into those details. That doesn't matter. It's not relevant. What matters is the simple fact that this man, I gave him a whole year when I lived back in LA with my daughters to try to co-parent. This man couldn't even afford, when it was his turn to buy diapers, wouldn't even buy a $10, $12 pack of diapers. Let's be honest, he had the money, he just didn't care to. So somehow I had to make the ends meet every single time to pay for any necessities or needs that my daughters needed or wanted.
So you don't talk about what's going on with Trump. You took this opportunity to receive sympathy for what you went through with your baby daddy. The nerve of you. People don't care about that. What do you have to say about what happened with Trump? Nothing.
So I decided for the betterment of my daughters and myself to move with them, to Missouri with my family, and honestly, it was the best decision I could ever possibly have made. It was a really hard one, of course, but it was one that had to be made, and I'm so proud and happy that we made it. So I moved back in September 2023. I filed for child support on October 2023, and again, it's a whole process. Unless, a lot of my people don't understand, unless you have the money and you can get a great lawyer, good for you. If you don't, that was my situation. I had to start from the bottom, ground up. My dad was a really great support for me. He helped me along the way. But going on, till this day, it's 2025 now. I finally have estimate of what he's supposed to give the girls, because it's not my money, it's the girls, you know. But this guy, you know, right now, I guess they're trying to serve him. They haven't been able to find Bob. And as of right now, Bob has been able to do whatever and however he pleases, while I have to, you know, be 100% parent financially, you know, emotionally. I mean, you name it. It's all on me. I pay for daycare, 2 daycares. I pay for, you know, I'm there. I have to call out when my daughters are sick. I have to lose money because of it. I have to still provide a living for them, you know, provide me, you know, meals a day, snacks because kids eat snacks, clothing because these, you know, kids grow, shoes, like you name it, you know. And my daughters also want to do activities, special activities, you know, gymnastics, and all that is extra money that I have to somehow, you know, separate from the minimum money that I make, you know. But yet you're telling me you want to allow these parents, or I'm sorry, you want to allow Bob to be able to put my girls, or our girls, you know, on his child support when he doesn't care at all to bother to be a parent even before then. You know, that's my issue. I have an issue with people that could care less, but they're gonna win at the end of the day. It's not about who wins more, who wins less. It's about the kids.
Why are you carrying on about this? There's nothing into law. There's no law about it yet. As you stated it in the beginning of you talking, there's no law on this. And I broke it down. I said, no particulars have been mentioned. All Trump did was give a statement. A tweet, actually. And then a statement after that. He announced it. But he gave a tweet and then a statement about it. But it's nothing's into law. I doubt he's going to be coming after mothers like you, who likes to toot their own horns about what I'm doing and what he's not doing. I'm sure if he would have had a kid, he would be doing the same thing too. Maybe not him, but give me the kids. I don't want your kids. Seriously, if I was a father, say I have to take the kid on my own, I'm doing a damn good job. It's not hard. You want to be congratulated for being an adult. And that's why he's doing that. That's why Trump is doing it. You think he doesn't listen to what's happening in society? You think Trump can't sit back one day and say, you know what, let me check out this video. He can see this video right here. It can be played in the White House. He can see what men are talking about. You think they don't care? Seriously. The elites out there, because that's what they are. The elites out there, the people in high positions, they're watching. They're watching as the world turns, and they're watching as it burns, and sometimes they make the world burn. But they're watching.
Mom, I get child support, and my son's dad does not even see him at all. It's been 4 years since he's been in his life. He's not been in my son's life since he was 6 months old. My son's almost 5. I'm already barely making it as it is. Like, literally, paycheck to paycheck still, unfortunately. Hopefully TikTok will change that, though. Has anybody else heard anything about this? Because that would be the worst thing ever.
What you just did right there, like, you took your opportunity to bash him and talk about Trump's law. No, it's not about that. I doubt it will be about that. So stop assuming. And that's one thing I had to stop doing too, because I was assuming it would be one way. Actually, I wasn't sure. I let it be known I wasn't sure. I'm just going off of what I heard, just like everyone else. Wait towards some law, then we can make assumptions. But yeah, y'all, thank y'all for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next video.
This is for Trump. I don't know if Trump's going to hear this, but everybody, if you can, tag Trump about the child support thing. Do you know some men only pay $1 a month in child support? Some pay $11 a month in child support. So you mean to tell me that you could pay $1 a month in child support or $11 a month in child support and then claim taxes on the kid instead of the mom? I get a whopping $112 a month in child support if he pays it, and I do all the work because the rapists don't do nothing. But he could get, and he got other kids to claim, you know what I'm saying? But he could claim. I disagree with this in total, because people have different circumstances. So I don't know. That's my opinion on it.